please subscribe and give thumbs up. NJPW Rumble on 44th Street results. NJPW Rumble on 44th Street results, the 28th of October 2022, Palladium Times Square, New York, New York. First match, Rocky Romero and Yo vs SHO and Yujiro Takahashi. Chaos attacks House of Torture before the bell rings. Yo with forearm shivers. Yo kicks Sho in the face. Yo repeatedly stomps on Sho's chest. Sho rakes the eyes of Yo. Yo drops down on the canvas. Romero with a drop toe hold. Yo with a low drop kick. Double hip toss to Takahashi. Romero chops Takahashi. Yo stomps on Sho's back. Hair pull exchange. Yo kicks Sho in the gut. Yo with a knife-edge chop. Sho reverses out of the Irish whip from Yo. Takahashi trips Yo from the outside. Sho blasts Romero with the park. Sho stands on the back of Yo's neck. Sho starts bending Yo's fingers. Sho wraps the left shoulder of Yo round the top rope. Sho tags in Takahashi. Following a snapmare takeover, Takahashi with the sliding boot for a 2 count. Takahashi with 2 knee lifts. Takahashi follows that with the hell of a kick for a 2 count. Takahashi tags in Sho. Sho toys around with Yo. Yo with forearm shivers. Sho works on his joint manipulation game. Sho with combination kicks. Yo blocks the super kick. Sho rakes the eyes of Yo. Yo flips over a clothesline from Sho. Yo thrust kicks the midsection of Sho. Yo with a neck breaker. Yo tags in Romero. Romero knocks Takahashi off the ring apron. Romero ducks a clothesline from Sho. Romero with a chop, forearm combination. Sho reverses out of the Irish whip from Romero. Romero ducks another clothesline from Sho. Romero with a hurricane runner. Romero kicks Sho in the chest. Romero with a flying double foot stomp for a 2 count. Romero with combo sumo strikes. Sho blocks the Shiranui. Romero drives his knee into the midsection of Sho. Sho shoves the referee towards Romero. Sho with a jumping knee strike. A3K answers with stereo jumping knee strikes. Sho denies the 3K. Takahashi kicks Romero in the back. Sho spears Romero. Sho tags in Takahashi. Takahashi with a running lariat. Takahashi hits the fisherman's buster for a 2 count. Sho dumps Yo out of the ring. Double Irish whip. Romero ducks a clothesline from Sho. Romero sidesteps Takahashi into Sho. Forever clotheslines. Takahashi brings the pimp stick into the ring. Romero with the O'Connor roll for a 2 count. Sho blocks Romero with the wrench. Takahashi rolls Romero over to pick up the victory. After the match, House of Torture gangs up on Yo. The lights go out on in the building. Lio Rush lays out the House of Torture. Winner, SHO and Yujiro Takahashi via pinfall. Second match, Aussie Open, C, vs the Motor City Machine Guns vs Kevin Knight and the DKC in a triple threat match for the NJPW Strong Openweight Tag Team Championship. Kyle Fletcher and the DKC will start things off. Collar and elbow tie up. Wrist lock exchange. DKC with a single leg takedown. DKC applies a leg lock. DKC grabs a side headlock. Fletcher transitions into a hammerlock. DKC with a flying mare takeover. Fletcher reverses out of the Irish whip from DKC. Fletcher drops DKC with a shoulder tackle. Fletcher punches Knight. Fletcher tags in Davis. Double Irish whip. DKC dumps Fletcher out of the ring. DKC with a drop toe hold. Knight with a flying splash. DKC follows that with a falling karate chop. DKC clears the ring. Fletcher kicks DKC in the gut. Fletcher whips DKC across the ring. Knight clotheslines Fletcher into a sunset flip from DKC for a 2 count. DKC with a forearm smash. Fletcher body slams DKC. Knight kicks Fletcher in the gut. Knight uppercuts Fletcher. Shelley pulls Knight out of the ring. Sabin blasts Knight with the park. MCMG gets an up in Aussie Open's grill. Forearm exchange. Stereo super kicks from MCMG. Do-si-do routine. Misfired clotheslines. MCMG gets sandwiched in the center of the ring. Aussie Open continues to use MCMG as a weapon. Davis rolls DKC back into the ring. Fletcher repeatedly slaps DKC in the face. DKC with forearm shivers. Fletcher body slams DKC for a 2 count. Fletcher tags in Davis. Davis kicks DKC in the gut. Chop exchange. Davis body slams DKC. Davis with a senton splash for a 2 count. DKC with heavy body shots. Davis dumps DKC out of the ring. Davis knocks Knight off the apron. Fletcher with a belly to back suplex on the apron. Davis goes into the cover for a 2 count. Davis tags in Fletcher. DKC is displaying his fighting spirit. DKC avoids the double forearm. DKC sidesteps Davis into the red turnbuckle pad. DKC tags in Knight. Knight ducks a clothesline from Fletcher. Knight with the stinger splash. Knight unloads 3 knife-edge chops. Knight whips Fletcher across the ring. Knight dropkicks Fletcher. Fletcher denies the Boston Crab. Fletcher denies the pendulum DDT. Assisted mid-kick. Knight slips out of Davis' shoulders. Knight ducks a clothesline from Davis. Knight with a leaping Frankensteiner into Davis. Knight body slams Fletcher for a 2 count. Fletcher launches Knight over the top rope. Fletcher super kicks Knight. Aussie Open with another assisted mid-kick. Aussie Open clears the ring. Assisted flying cutter for a 2 count. Aussie Open with combo lariats to Knight. Aussie Open goes for the corliss, but Knight counters with a hurricane runner. Fletcher punches Knight in the back. Fletcher with a forearm smash. Sabin tags himself in. MCMG sends Fletcher tumbling to the floor. Park, super kick combination. Shelley with a shoulder block to Davis. Shelley slams Davis head on the top rope. Sabin with the missile dropkick. Sabin with the hell of a kick. Sabin gets Knight tied up in the tree of woe. Standing switch exchange. Sabin with a corner clothesline. Shelley with a sliding dropkick to Knight. Shelley follows that with an overhead belly-to-belly suplex into Knight. Sabin with the hesitation dropkick. Knight denies the tornado DDT. Davis with a step-up enzui. Shelley blocks a boot from Davis. Shelley with forearm shivers. Fletcher super kicks Shelley. MCMG dumps Aussie Open out of the ring. DKC with a double dropkick. Knight dropkicks Aussie Open off the apron. Stereo slingshot pescados. DKC delivers the DK fire. Standing switch exchange. Knight with a back elbow smash. DKC super kicks Sabin. Knight drops Sabin with the pendulum DDT for a 2 count. Sabin blocks the Boston Crab. Sabin with an inside-out lariat. Apron enzui, running boot combination. DKC rocks Shelley with a forearm smash. Knight rolls Sabin over for a 2 count. Knight with the victory roll for a 2 count. Knight ducks a clothesline from Sabin. Sabin dropkicks Knight in midair. DKC with a leg lariat. Fletcher with a spinning tombstone piledriver. Standing switch exchange. Sabin with a DDT. MCMG denies the double chokeslam. Double knee lift. Double Irish whip. Sabin with a spinning back kick. Shelley super kicks Davis. Super kick, enzui combination. Knight with an inside cradle for a 2 count. Knight with a forearm smash. Shelley answers with an inverted atomic drop. Sabin drop kicks the left knee of Knight. Mutilock, basement drop kick combination. Double thrust kick to Knight. MCMG connects with the dirt bomb to pick up the victory. Winner, new NJPW Strong Openweight Tag Team Champions, the Motor City Machine Guns via pinfall. Third match, Fred Rosser, C, vs Jonathan Gresham for the NJPW Strong Openweight Championship. Collar and elbow tie-up. Gresham sidesteps Rosser into a turnbuckle pad. Strong lock-up. Gresham with a waist lock go behind. Rosser applies a side headlock. Gresham ducks under a chop from Rosser. Gresham chops Rosser. Gresham tells Rosser to bring it. Collar and elbow tie up. Gresham brings Rosser down to the mat. Gresham applies an arm bar. Rosser with the head scissors escape. That leads us to a quick standoff in the center of the ring. Wrist lock exchange. Rosser drives his knee into the midsection of Gresham. Rosser dumps Gresham out of the ring. Gresham immediately climbs back into the ring. Greco-Roman knuckle lock. Gresham with a side headlock takeover. Rosser answers with another head scissors escape. Rosser with a knee lift. Rosser sends Gresham to the ring apron. Gresham denies the belly to back suplex. Gresham with a single leg takedown. Gresham applies the figure 4 leg lock on the apron. Both guys spill to the floor. Gresham drops Rosser with the dragon screw leg whip. Rosser denies the figure 4 leg lock. Rosser with a back body drop on the floor. Rosser resets the referee's 20 count. Rosser rolls Gresham back into the ring. Rosser with a chop, corner clothesline combination. Rosser stomps on the right knee of Gresham. Rosser with clubbing hip smashes. Rosser with a running hip attack. Rosser follows that with clubbing blows to Gresham's back. Gresham blocks the chicken wing STF. Rosser aches the back of Gresham. Chop, forearm exchange. Rosser shoves Gresham. Palm strike exchange. Rosser with a hip smash. Rosser sends Gresham to the corner. Gresham dives over Rosser. Gresham rolls under a clothesline from Rosser. Gresham dropkicks the left knee of Rosser. Gresham applies the Indian death lock. Rosser headbutts Gresham. Rosser and Gresham are trading back and forth shots. Rosser goes into the lateral press for a 2 count. Gresham grapevines the legs of Rosser. Rosser grabs the bottom rope which forces the break. Rosser launches Gresham over the top rope. Rosser with a running forearm smash. Rosser with a belly to back suplex on the apron. Rosser rolls Gresham back into the ring. Gresham grabs the left leg of Rosser. Gresham hyperextends the left knee of Rosser. Gresham reapplies the figure 4 leg lock. Second palm strike exchange. Rosser refuses to quit. Rosser with the pump kick. Rosser drops Gresham with the rolling elbow for a 2 count. Rosser headbutts Gresham. Gresham blocks the body slam. Chop exchange. Forearm exchange. Second chop exchange. Gresham ducks a clothesline from Rosser. Gresham with a step-up enziguri. Gresham with the bridging German suplex for a 2 count. Gresham rocks Rosser with 2 forearm smashes for a 2 count. Rosser fires back with an inside-out lariat for a 2 count. Rosser with combo lariats across the back and chest of Gresham. Rosser connects with the Emerald Flotation to pick up the victory. Winner, still NJPW Strong Openweight Champion, Fred Rosser via pinfall. Fourth match, Filthy Tom Lawler and the West Coast Wrecking Crew vs Homicide, Wheeler Yuta and Shota Umino in a 6-man tag team match. Tom Lawler and Homicide will start things off. Homicide immediately takes a swipe at WCWC. Team Filthy gangs up on Homicide. All hell is breaking loose in New York. We got multiple brawls taking place on the stage. Yuta chops Lawler down the staircase. Yuta with a cannonball sent off the stage. Homicide with a throat thrust to Isaacs. Homicide puts Isaacs on the top turnbuckle. Nelson runs interference. Isaacs clotheslines Homicide. Lawler kicks Homicide in the back. Chop, forearm exchange. Palm strike exchange. Lawler with a waist lock takedown. Lawler starts choking Homicide in the corner. Nelson tags himself in. Nelson repeatedly stomps on Homicide's cheat. Homicide headbutts the midsection of Nelson. Homicide is displaying his fighting spirit. Lawler trips Homicide from the outside. Nelson uppercuts Homicide. Nelson with a dragon screw leg whip. Isaacs with the sliding lariat for a 2 count. Isaacs knocks Amino off the ring apron. Lawler rocks Homicide with a forearm smash. Isaacs with a straight right hand for a 2 count. Isaacs tags in Lawler. Isaacs with a gut punch. Diving shoulder tackle, side Russian leg sweep combination. WCWC clears the ring. Team Filthy poses for the crowd. Nelson hooks the outside leg for a 2 count. Nelson transitions into a ground and pound attack for a 1 count. Nelson uppercuts Homicide. Nelson whips Homicide across the ring. Homicide with the 3 amigos. Isaacs kicks Homicide in the gut. Homicide with the 3 amigos to Isaacs. Forearm exchange. Lawler denies the 3 amigos. Lawler with combo hamstring kicks. Lawler applies the guillotine choke. Homicide with a snap vertical suplex. Utah tags himself in. Utah with a flying double dropkick. Utah ducks a clothesline from Lawler. Utah with an inverted atomic drop. Utah with a step-up enziguri. Utah follows that with a diving corner clothesline. Utah dives over Lawler. Utah hits the pain thriller for a 2 count. Lawler decks Utah with a jawbreaker. Amino tags himself in. Amino with a forearm smash. Double Irish whip. Double elbow knockdown. Double basement dropkick. Stereo body slams. Uppercut party. Utah with a DDT. Amino with the bridging fisherman's suplex for a 2 count. Lawler denies the Bloody Sunday. Lawler applies the sleeper hold. Lawler with a side slam. Lawler with a roundhouse kick. Nelson powerbombs Amino into a German suplex from Isaacs. Lawler hooks the outside leg for a 2 count. Lawler kicks Homicide off the apron. Simultaneous tag to Nelson. Nelson with a corner meteora. Isaacs with a corner clothesline. Lawler follows that with a corner spear. Assisted sit-out powerbomb for a 2 count. Homicide drops Isaacs with the Koji cutter. Utah lands the suicide dive. Lawler drop kicks the left knee of Homicide. Homicide blocks the park. Homicide nails Lawler with the Koji cutter. Homicide knocks Lawler off the apron. Homicide with a flying cannonball sent in through the ropes. Nelson goes for a body slam, but Amino lands back on his feet. Nelson kicks Amino in the face. Nelson denies the Death Rider. Amino with a pop-up uppercut. Amino with a twisting neck breaker. Amino connects with the Death Rider to pick up the victory. Winner, Homicide, Wheeler Yuta and Shoto Amino via pinfall. 5th match, Minoru Suzuki vs Clark Connors W, Ken Shamrock. Connors grabs the left leg of Suzuki. Wrist lock exchange. Connors brings Suzuki down to the mat. Connors grapples around Suzuki. Connors applies a front face lock. Suzuki transitions into a leg lock. Suzuki wrenches the left leg of Connors. Connors with desperation up kicks. That leads us to a quick standoff in the center of the ring. Suzuki with 2 hamstring kicks. Connors with a single leg takedown for a 1 count. Suzuki backs Connors into the ropes. The referee calls for a clean break. Suzuki obliges. Suzuki kicks Connors in the gut. Chop exchange. Connors with a chop, uppercut combination. Suzuki walks Connors into the ropes. Suzuki talks smack to Connors. Second chop exchange. Suzuki applies the Kimura lock. Suzuki transitions into the crossarm breaker. Connors puts his foot on the bottom rope which forces the break. Suzuki applies the rope-assisted arm bar. Connors blocks the running boot. Connors with a shoulder block. Connors spears Suzuki out of the ring. Connors with another chop, uppercut combination. Suzuki rocks Connors with a forearm smash. Connors gets back in the ring at the count of 18. Suzuki kicks Connors in the gut. Suzuki dumps Connors out of the ring. Third chop exchange. Suzuki floors Connors with a brutal palm strike. Suzuki rolls Connors back into the ring. Suzuki works on his joint manipulation game. Suzuki applies the Kimura lock. Connors puts his foot on the bottom rope which forces the break. Suzuki with clubbing mid-kicks. Suzuki drives his knee into the midsection of Connors. Connors power slams Suzuki. Connors with a corner spear. Connors with a release Northern Lights suplex. Connors follows that with a running frog splash for a 2 count. Connors unloads 3 knife-edge chops. Suzuki reverses out of the Irish whip from Connors. Suzuki with the hell of a kick. Following a snapmare takeover, Suzuki with the park for a 2 count. Suzuki toys around with Connors. 4th chop exchange. Connors with 2 uppercuts. Forearm exchange. Palm strike exchange. Suzuki ducks a clothesline from Connors. Suzuki applies the sleeper hold. Ankle lock exchange. Suzuki grabs the bottom rope which forces the break. Suzuki blocks the spear. Suzuki applies the guillotine choke. Suzuki transitions into a sleeper hold. Suzuki with a forearm smash. Suzuki connects with the Gotch-style pile driver to pick up the victory. After the match, Suzuki hugs Ken Shamrock. Suzuki shakes hands with Connors. Winner, Minoru Suzuki via pinfall. 6th match, Mayu Iwatani, C, vs Kylan King for the SWA World Championship. Collar and elbow tie up. King backs Iwatani into the ropes. Iwatani turns King over. The referee calls for a clean break. Strong lock up. King applies a side headlock. Wrist lock exchange. King applies a front face lock. Hammerlock exchange. King grabs a side headlock. Iwatani whips King across the ring. King drops Iwatani with a shoulder tackle. King lunges over Iwatani. Iwatani with a deep-armed drag. Iwatani with a basement dropkick. Misfired body slams. Iwatani slaps King in the chest. King with a spinning back kick. King punches Iwatani in the back. King slams Iwatani's head on the blue turnbuckle pad. King unloads 2 knife-edge chops. King body slams Iwatani for a 2 count. Iwatani applies a waist lock. King with 2 sharp elbow strikes. King whips Iwatani across the ring. King blocks the sunset flip. King with a forearm smash. King sends Iwatani to the corner. King with a corner clothesline. Iwatani sidesteps King into the blue turnbuckle pad. Iwatani with a roll-through dropkick. Iwatani dropkicks King to the floor. Iwatani lands the suicide dive. Iwatani punches King in the back. Iwatani rolls King back into the ring. King has Iwatani perched on the top turnbuckle. Iwatani denies the superplex. Iwatani kicks King in the face. Iwatani with a shotgun dropkick for a 1 count. King blocks the dragon suplex. King with 3 sharp elbow strikes. Iwatani with a running forearm smash. Iwatani ducks a clothesline from King. Iwatani super kicks King. Iwatani with a flying double foot stomp for a 2 count. Iwatani walks over King. King avoids the moonsault. King delivers the roundhouse kick. King goes for the Excalibuster, but Iwatani lands back on her feet. King hits the Kingdom Falls for a 2 count. Iwatani with forearm shivers. King slaps Iwatani in the chest. King with a double axe handle strike for a 2 count. King avoids the roundhouse kick. King connects with the Excalibuster for a 2 count. King is displaying her frustration. Iwatani with the crucifix driver for a 2 count. King and Iwatani are trading back and forth shots. King kicks Iwatani in the face. Iwatani with a snapdragon suplex. Iwatani super kicks King. Iwatani drags King to the corner. Iwatani with the frog splash for a 2 count. Iwatani with a roundhouse kick. Iwatani follows that with another super kick. King tells Iwatani to bring it. Iwatani drops King with the roundhouse kick. Iwatani plants King with the moonsault to pick up the victory. Winner, still SWA World Champion, Mayu Iwatani via pinfall. 7th match, Shingo Takagi, C, vs Elphanzmo in a New York street fight for the COP 2022 Provisional Championship. Forearm exchange. Phantasmo kicks the left ear of Takagi. Takagi is throwing haymakers at Phantasmo. Phantasmo with forearm shivers. Takagi reverses out of the Irish whip from Phantasmo. Phantasmo with a hurricane runner. Phantasmo dropkicks Takagi. Phantasmo duck walks around the ring. Phantasmo continues to kick the left ear of Takagi. Phantasmo with two forearm smashes. Takagi reverses out of the Irish whip from Phantasmo. Phantasmo kicks Takagi in the face. Takagi with a hip toss. Takagi with a running shoulder tackle. Following a snapmare takeover, Takagi with the running elbow drop. Takagi headbutts Phantasmo. Takagi drives his knee into the midsection of Phantasmo. Takagi clotheslines Phantasmo over the top rope. Takagi plays to the crowd. Takagi brings multiple weapons into the ring. Phantasmo blinds Takagi with red mist. Phantasmo attacks Takagi with the trashcan lid. Takagi kicks Phantasmo in the gut. Takagi whips Phantasmo across the ring. Phantasmo ducks a clothesline from Takagi. Phantasmo with a vicious trashcan lid shot. Second forearm exchange. Phantasmo with a thumb to the eye. Phantasmo sends Takagi face first into the steel ring post. Phantasmo rolls Takagi back into the ring. Phantasmo is raining down haymakers in the corner. Phantasmo puts the trashcan over Takagi's head. Phantasmo delivers multiple kendo stick shots. Takagi decks Phantasmo with a back elbow smash. Takagi scores a right jab. Takagi blinds Phantasmo with green mist. Takagi with the Rukon lariat. Takagi drops Phantasmo with a shoulder tackle. Takagi body slams Phantasmo. Takagi with a senton splash. Takagi grabs two steel chairs. Phantasmo with heavy body shots. Takagi with a snap vertical suplex into a chair for a 2 count. Takagi kicks Phantasmo in the gut. Takagi punches Phantasmo in the back. Phantasmo hammers down on the back of Takagi's neck. Takagi blocks a boot from Phantasmo. Phantasmo gets Takagi tied up in the Tree of Woe. Phantasmo with a sliding dropkick. Nether regions attack. Takagi goes for a German suplex, but Phantasmo lands back on his feet. Phantasmo with the Van Daminator. Phantasmo puts the trashcan right in front of Takagi. Takagi flings the trashcan into Phantasmo's face. Takagi with the superplex. This brawl spills to the outside. Takagi tells the ring crew to bring down the table from the stage. Phantasmo dumps Takagi face first on the table. Phantasmo with a roundhouse kick. Phantasmo repositions the ladder in the corner. Phantasmo is throwing haymakers at Takagi. Phantasmo lays Takagi flat on the table. Phantasmo climbs up the ladder. Takagi runs interference. Takagi slams Phantasmo's head on the table. Takagi goes for a power bomb, but Phantasmo lands back on his feet. Takagi with a back elbow smash. Phantasmo thrust kicks the midsection of Takagi. Jab exchange. Phantasmo with a step up enzui-giri. Phantasmo hits Takagi with the trash can. Phantasmo delivers the low blow. Phantasmo places Takagi on the table. Phantasmo lands the Thunder Kiss 86 through the table for a 2 count. Takagi denies the CR2. Phantasmo rolls Takagi over for a 2 count. Phantasmo fights out of the fireman's carry position. Phantasmo with a reverse hammer throw into the ladder. Phantasmo with the sudden death. Phantasmo connects with the CR2 for a 2 count. Phantasmo with 2 palm strikes. Phantasmo goes for the roundhouse kick, but Takagi counters with Made in Japan on a pile of chairs for a 2 count. Takagi and Phantasmo sits on dueling chairs. Haymaker exchange. Takagi with clubbing headbutts. Takagi and Phantasmo starts swinging chairs at each other. Takagi drops Phantasmo with a pumping bomber for a 2 count. Takagi whips Phantasmo into a broken table piece. Takagi spanks Phantasmo. Takagi with the CR2 for a 2 count. Slugfist in the corner. Takagi with the avalanche Death Valley driver through a table. Takagi throws a chair into Phantasmo's face. Takagi plants Phantasma with the CR3 on the chair to pick up the victory. Winner, still Cop 2022 Provisional Champion, Shingo Takagi via pinfall. 8 match, Kazuchika Okada and Eddie Kingston vs Jay White and Juice Robinson. Eddie Kingston and Jay White will start things off. Chop exchange. Robinson attacks Kingston from behind. White knocks Okada off the ring apron. White kicks Kingston in the chest. White with clubbing shoulder blocks. White repeatedly stomps on Kingston's chest. Second chop exchange. Robinson pulls White out of the ring. White regroups on the outside. White wants a piece of Okada. Kingston tags in Okada. Okada rocks Robinson with a forearm smash. Kingston chops White. Okada with 2 forearm smashes. Okada body slams White. Okada with the slingshot senton. White drives his knee into the midsection of Okada. White tags in Robinson. Okada with a drop toe hold. Okada with an elbow drop. Okada tags in Kingston. Double Irish whip. Double elbow knockdown for a 2 count. Kingston applies a rear chin lock. Kingston fish hooks Robinson. Kingston with a palm thrust. Kingston headbutts Robinson. Kingston with the butterfly suplex. White attacks Kingston behind the referee's back. Robinson delivers a chop block. White repeatedly slams the left leg of Kingston on the ring apron. The referee is losing control of this match. Robinson repeatedly drops his elbow on the left knee of Kingston. Robinson applies a leg lock. Kingston transitions into a sleeper hold. Kingston is throwing haymakers at Robinson. Robinson tags in White. White repeatedly stomps on Kingston's chest. The referee is trying to calm down Okada. White with an inverted dragon screw leg whip. Robinson tags himself in. 2 sweet chops. White rakes the eyes of Kingston. Robinson knocks Okada off the apron. Robinson with a running cannonball strike for a 1 count. Robinson applies a chin lock. Robinson with a belly to back suplex. Robinson taunts Okada. Robinson goes for a senton splash, but Kingston gets his knees up in the air. Kingston with a step up enziguri. Kingston tags in Okada. Okada with a forearm knockdown. Okada scores the elbow knockdown. Robinson reverses out of the Irish whip from Okada. Okada ducks under 2 clotheslines from Robinson. Okada with a running back elbow smash. Okada knocks White off the apron. Okada with a leaping back elbow smash. Okada kicks Robinson in the gut. Okada drops Robinson with the DDT for a 2 count. Okada applies the money clip. Robinson with a deep armed drag. Robinson denies the reverse neck breaker. Robinson inadvertently knocks down the referee. Okada dodges the leg lariat. Okada with a forearm smash. Okada kicks Robinson in the gut. White trips Okada from the outside. Robinson with a DDT of his own. Robinson tags in White. White knocks Kingston off the apron. White with a flurry of 2 sweet chops. White sends Okada to the corner. White with a running uppercut. White hits the blade buster for a 2 count. Okada blocks the sleeper suplex. Forearm exchange. White chops Okada. Okada uppercuts White. White with a blistering chop. Okada answers with the shotgun dropkick. Okada body slams White. Okada with the flying elbow drop. Rainmaker pose. White with 3 sharp elbow strikes. White chops Okada. Okada with forearm shivers. Okada tees off on White. The referee admonishes Okada. White is lighting up Okada's chest. Okada dropkicks White. Okada tags in Kingston. Kingston with 2 chops. Kingston with 2 exploder suplexes. White denies the backdrop driver. White rakes the eyes of Kingston. Okada with a running forearm smash. Robinson responds with a leg lariat. Kingston with a running lariat. White kicks Kingston in the gut. White drops Kingston with a DDT. White dodges the spinning Rainmaker. Okada blocks the sleeper suplex. Okada with the flapjack. Juice jabs. Okada uppercuts Robinson. Robinson with the spine buster. Kingston avoids the left hand of God. Robinson blocks the exploder suplex. Robinson whips Kingston across the ring. Kingston with a double clothesline. Second forearm exchange. Third chop exchange. Okada and Kingston treats White as a punching bag. Okada reverses out of the Irish whip from White. Okada goes for a dropkick, but White holds onto the ropes. Okada denies the Blade Runner. Okada goes for the Rainmaker, but White counters with two sleeper suplexes. White goes for the Blade Runner, but Kingston counters with the backdrop driver. Robinson delivers the left hand of God. Robinson goes for pulp friction, but Kingston counters with another backdrop driver. Chop, chop block exchange. Kingston blocks the low blow. Kingston drops White with the spinning back fist. White delivers the low blow behind the referee's back. Robinson pulls Okada out of the ring. White connects with the Blade Runner to pick up the victory. Winner, Jay White and Juice Robinson via pinfall. Please subscribe and give thumbs up.